Pembina County, the prosecutor there tells us that attempted murder charges will be filed against a man that was shot by his wife. Police are not releasing any names at this time, involved in multiple incidents at the Brandon Thompson farmstead. That's 8 miles northwest of St. Thomas. Sheriff Terry Meitinger says it happened after the man returned home and found his wife with another man when an argument ensued and the wife shot him in the back. The sheriff says the man who was shot has already been released from Altru Hospital in Grand Forks. He says they've received several calls regarding domestic violence at that residence. The county prosecutor says there's a possibility of charges against the wife and the second man who was involved. Formal charges and details are expected tomorrow morning.
We started out pretty nice today. We started out cold, didn't we? And we warmed up nicely. There we go. You know, you can see why I'm not in the weather department. Let's toss it over to Hutch Johnson because he is and he knows what's going on. Hutch?
Well, you know, cold can be nice too. At least the wind wasn't blowing over 40 miles per hour, but it certainly was chilly. Look at this. Nothing but good news from this person today, as we'll see some of this warmer air down in South Dakota surging into the valley over the next 24 hours. Radar very quiet and the satellite showing clear skies as well. And that's good news because tonight there will be a chance of the northern lights here, and they could be quite strong as we are getting reports of them already out in Norway. Oofta, 53 degrees at the 7 o'clock hour, and temperatures will continue to drop subtly into those 40s this evening. Very pleasant. All details on what you can expect as we close out our work week here in a few moments.
All right, thank you, Hutch.
You bet.
And remember, you can stay up to date on the weather conditions where you are anytime on your smartphone or tablet. Just download the Storm Team Weather app to get the latest weather conditions and even follow the radar live. Search VNL Weather in the App Store. A recent survey indicates that the world is unkind to its children and that kids nowadays are disrespectful.
Those are the latest finding as the company behind Sesame Street publishes a kindness survey gauging opinions of teachers and parents.
Valley News Team's Bradford Eric asks, do you feel the same?
Over 2,000 parents and 500 teachers took part in the survey. The results showing we may be in some sort of a kindness crisis. 70% of parents worry the world is unkind to their kids. Among teachers, that number shoots to 86%. 56% of teachers say kids are disrespectful and that parents should do more to teach kindness. So what do you think? Is it true?
Kids, I was disrespectful. Mine are even worse, so yes.
I would say a little bit, yeah. You know, I try to think about that, and I think it's to do with the disciplining nowadays. It's parents are a little leery about how to discipline their kids.
Absolutely not.
Why do you say that?
I think that things just go in cycles, and it seems like that because people have grandiose ideals on, but yeah.
Those surveyed were also asked which is more important, having manners or having empathy. 58% of parents said manners.
I mean, I would disagree with that. I think like teaching empathy is much more important than teaching someone manners, and hopefully from empathy, good manners would come from that.
Sesame Street says the goal of this survey is to find what parents and early childhood educators think needs done to improve childhood development, pointing out, quote, more and more states will be integrating social-emotional learning into their curricula. Bradford Eric, Valley News Live.
So what do you think? Let us know on our Facebook page. And while you're online, check out this story at valleynewslive.com and take the survey yourself.
A Facebook posting by a Henning school board member is causing quite a stir. Terry Oscarson posted a picture with the words, bullying is always going to be a thing. Stop wrapping your kids in cotton wool. Teach them to stand up and defend themselves and stop raising a society of victims. The post immediately set off a firestorm discussion online with claims that the district does nothing to address bullying issues in their schools. Well, District Superintendent Jeremy Olson tells Valley News Live that this is not an official district communication and does not represent the beliefs or policies of the Hennon School District. He adds that claims made the district does nothing or not enough to combat bullying are not true.
This is the busiest time of year for farmers, but this year is different for farmers with land near the Dakota Access Pipeline protests. Road closures have forced them to take detours, but one farmer is saying he's had more serious encounters with the demonstrators and now carries a weapon when he does field work. He says some of his neighbors are also arming themselves. The spokesman for the Red Warrior camp says anyone who is arming is overreacting, saying the protests are passionate but peaceful. In recent days, Cass County Sheriff Paul Laney has called the protests riots.
We have a closer look at a Grand Forks road rage incident this week, some alarming numbers and some advice from police. AAA says nearly 80% of all drivers have expressed significant anger, aggression, or road rage while behind the wheel during the past year. This week, a Grand Forks airman was charged with terrorizing. He's accused of showing a pistol to another driver who was trying to get around him on the highway. Police say all of us just need to relax and take our time when driving.
Yeah, aggressive driving has a tendency to lead to confrontation, so we would certainly encourage the public to drive defensively, build in a little extra time for the trip so you're not in a hurry, drive in a courteous manner.
AAA says that every year nearly 6 million drivers in the U.S. bump or ram another vehicle on purpose during road rage incidents.
An 88-year-old woman from Hope, North Dakota is dead after a crash this past weekend in Barnes County. We told you Saturday about two people being life-flighted to Fargo after a two-car crash at the intersection of Highway 32 and County Road 6, just north of Ariska. A 52-year-old driver was heading west, failed to stop, and then T-boned the woman's car. The woman and her passenger were flown to Sanford Hospital. The driver of the other car and their passenger suffered minor injuries.
The funeral was held today for 52-year-old Paul Morlock of Moorhead. The service was held at St. Joseph's Catholic Church in Moorhead. Morlock was a lifelong Moorhead resident and enjoyed attending Bison football games as well as hunting and fishing. Paul died from stage 4 colorectal cancer on October 8th. He leaves behind his wife, Jean Morlock, along with 4 children. That includes NDSU Bison running back Chase Morlock. Teammates of Chase have said that they will be there to support him going forward.
United Way volunteers make stops at neighborhood homes today to help with some timely chores. We'll have details later on Valley News Live at 6.
After a very chilly start to the day, the sun went to work. We are warming up. We'll have details on how warm we get coming up right after this.
You're watching